Opening credits. The Legend of the Zombie Pigman, Book 2. The Past of the Pig. Written by Cube Hunter. Narrated by Alvin Duong. Chapter 1. How did we end up here? It's raining quite heavily. I am alone, hiding in a cave, hoping that nobody sees me. It's quite tough to move around in the rain. The thunder still scares me. You might ask why I am hiding. Well, it is difficult to explain. You see, my appearance has changed quite a bit. I don't look like what I used to. And to be frank, I'm scared to look at my own face, so I don't really blame them. Living as a pigman in the overworld is quite difficult. To know what happened, we need to go back to the days when I was still a pig. It was just another usual day. I was sitting in the field under the sun with my friends. I was a baby pig back then. I really loved playing in the sun near the lake. We were told to always be on the move by our elders. They would never stay at one place for more than 3 days. We followed them, as we didn't have any other options. It was very sad sometimes to leave what seemed to be a perfect place to live. I tried asking them a lot of times, but they never gave me a good answer. Their main reason for always moving was that their elders did, and so they must as well. But once, I got them to slip out something about a curse. They accidentally mentioned it to me, but never explained what it was. I was the most annoying one out of all the baby pigs. I asked way too many questions and would always lag behind if I saw something unusual. I would always point things out and was really curious about everything. The elders didn't mind it most of the time, but sometimes they would get a bit angry. That day, everything was going as usual, but something was off. The elders were a bit worried about something. Only 2 of the 8 elders were there with us. I noticed it immediately and asked Miss Peppy, "Where did the other Ellies go?" We used to call the elders Ellies. "They just have some work. Don't worry, they'll be back soon," she replied. I saw that she was stressed about something. I didn't want to bother her too much, so I went back to the puddle to lay down there. Things were normal, but it didn't feel right. There was a weird tension in the air. After a bit, I saw the other elders return. Joris was quite literally shaking. They went a bit farther away from where we were playing and started to discuss. I got up and crept along. The oldest elder, Jerem, said in a shaky voice, "We're doomed. The curse has finally caught up to us." Their faces went pale, but they weren't surprised. "What about the kids?" Peppy asked. "Take them with you. We'll figure something out," Jerem replied. She nodded and started running back. I ran as well so that I didn't get caught. I was really scared. What were they talking about? Did they notice that I was there? Will I get in trouble for listening to their conversation? My baby brain was filled with confusion and fear. It wasn't long before Peppy called and told us to gather around. She wanted to move again. It wasn't anything out of the ordinary for the others because they were used to going from one place to the other. But I was the one who actually heard their conversation. I really wanted to know what was happening, but I was too scared to ask. A few of my friends noticed that the other elders were not with Peppy. We kids were pretty dumb, but even they would notice something substantial like 7 adults missing. "Jerem and Joris are a bit late, and the others are up ahead scouting for us," Peppy told the group. It was enough to convince most of them. Some had doubts, but eventually, everyone agreed to head out again. As we started our journey, things started to get worse. The forest ahead of us was filled with large trees and bushes. It was really hard to navigate through it. The terrain was very rough. There were random craters everywhere, and we had to make sure to not fall into them.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?